talking about devices, I would like to highlight a specific point. Is I had the great privilege at the beginning of this recording session to have the choice between a number of different microphones, studio microphones. And the first thing we did was to record the same song on various microphones and then go back in the studio and listen to how my voice was coming across with each of the microphone and playing, doing a blind test and finally selecting the microphone that I was going to use. And I think this is fantastic. So yes, you're probably correct that you can start with simple devices, but I think it's great to even if you start on a low key to try to test, especially the microphone that you will use, because if you go through this process, the process I went through at the beginning of this recording session, you realize that your voice comes through rather differently with one microphone than with, for example, I don't know if you can see the microphone that I'm using for this interview, this beautiful gold microphone.
The little Hulk.
The little
we name
Hulk,
it.
it's green. When I tested that one, my voice was much more colorful and so on. But we decided that the Rode that is there.
It's this one that it's in front of me.
Gave a more sober output, and because with the software that Aldo here is there, it's possible. So we decided to go for recording a pure voice, with no effects, something really, really streamlined. So I think it's very interesting to go through this process. And so if you're thinking of buying a studio microphone, don't just go to Amazon and buy the first one. Try to speak to friends and have the opportunity of testing it and decide how your voice comes across with a specific type.
So after these tests that we did with Philippe, trying the 3 microphones, the Rode, MXL and the Audio-Technica, we came to the control room and we start listening. And actually I asked Philippe to close his eyes, not knowing which microphone I was playing, a blind test, I think they call it, no? So after probably 15-20 minutes, we finally decide what we're going to do, and I will explain it. But first I would like just to ask Philippe, what was the...
I think it's a great experience, and this is definitely the only clever way to choose a microphone. So back to the control room, we had this blind test, and after probably 5 or 10 minutes, we both agreed that the Audio-Tech was not the right one for my voice. It may be the right one for your voice. For mine, that was the easy bit. And then we spent some more time deciding whether to go for the Rode or the MXL. And although it was a blind test, I knew how the Rode sounded, and I knew which one was what. So it was not really a...
You kind of learned how
I
they
learned
sound.
it, exactly. So it was no longer, if you like, a real blind test. But it didn't make it any easier, because the Rode was more sober, I would say, more authentic. And the MXL was perhaps a bit more colorful. It captured probably a broader range of frequencies. I'm not sure exactly. And after long conversation with the sound engineer here, we concluded that because of the texture of my voice, probably the Rode was the right way to go. Although for the chorus we might play a bit with the MXL.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. If you like the content of this video, subscribe, click the bell, and check the box to receive notifications every time a video is uploaded.